Hello and good morning, everybody. Today, I want to come at you and give my opinion on if I think that ray tracing is a scam or not. Well, for me, it depends on how you look at it. Right here, I got the 9070 XT playing this at native 1080p, native AA using ray tracing, getting it right at 71 FPS all the way down. This is without using any of the features or anything, just using ray tracing, which a lot of people would consider this a 1080p card then. Ray tracing is so demanding that, yeah, if you don't want to use upscaling and frame generation, you're going to be stuck at 1080p. You can play around with 1440p. It'd be about 50 FPS. 4K, unplayable. But I've gotten to where I really, really like the ray tracing. But I could also play without it. Now, do I think ray tracing is a scam? I don't know. I wish it was optimized better for the current hardware out. The visuals is like, it does a lot to the visuals. It makes a lot more things pop. Yeah, I like the way it looks. But I'm gonna bring up here's the 5070 Ti, same resolution, same settings overall. '5070 Ti, you get about 80. This is native 1080p, which I think is what's made a lot of people angry, is the fact that these two cards, yeah, the 5070 Ti is over $1,000 now, and the 9070 XT is starting to crawl up there. It's kind of bouncing back and forth between 650, 750, 800. Neither one of these cards are worth the asking price for they're wanting for these. But I view ray tracing as just eye candy. I don't have to have it on, because sadly, for the cost of ray tracing at 1080p native, you could play 4K native DLAA. You could do the same thing on the 9070 XT. Get the exact same frame rate with ray tracing turned off. But look how clean and clear that is. And I think a lot of people want this clarity and this frame rate with RT on natively at 4K. The 5090 can barely do that, and that's a damn $4,000 GPU now. That damn thing's definitely not worth it. I'll show you in the settings here. DLAA 4K settings maxed out, but I don't like the in-game screen space reflection. I like just turning that off. But you still get somewhat reflections on the ground. And I think native 4K looks amazing in this game. In a lot of games too. Yeah, frame rate could be a little higher, but getting 80, 85, which is a playable experience. You'll quite enjoy this. Now right here, I'm going to turn on screen space reflections on Psycho. I just don't like the way it looks. You know, it costs a shitload. And I just don't like the way it looks. I like just turning that off. It costs half a damn frame. Now the upscaling tech, no, it don't look as good as native. Yes, it does get a little fuzzy. Little adds a little blur to everything, but it's not really that bad until you get down to ultra performance. On either GPU at 4K ultra performance, it's okay. Yeah, I'd rather play at native without ray tracing turned on sometimes. You got to use the features, because if you try to play 4K, this is 4K native DLAA with ray reconstruction turned on. I think this is what a lot of people are mad about, saying that ray tracing is a scam, because not only do you get a shitload of screen tearing, but 20 FPS, this is not playable. It's a damn $1,000 GPU. Very much unplayable. And I don't like turning on frame generation unless my base frame rate is over 80. Because after you cut it on, as long as it's above 60 on your base frame rate after frame generation's turned on, it feels fine. You don't get no input latency. You don't really feel it on mouse or keyboard or controller. But just looking at the scene right here, just with ray tracing natively, it's nice, clean, and it's really sharp. Damn, 20 FPS. And while I'm recording, it takes away. I can't get full GPU utilization, because right now I'm recording at 4K native DLAA. It's taking everything it's got just to do this. I'll stop recording, I'll gain about 5 or 6 FPS, and it shoots back up to 99%. But still very unplayable. Just stuttery. You have to use the features in order to use ray tracing and path tracing. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to use that because they don't like losing sharpness, game detail, and textures, surfaces. Depends on how you look at it. Yeah, ray tracing can be a scam. No, it cannot. Game developers need to really implement it better. Crimson Desert done a damn good job. They built their game around ray tracing. But everybody have a good day.